A Muncie woman is picking up the pieces after a car break-in. Now she's raising awareness for the issue.
And March is National Nutrition Month. Just ahead, tips on how you can eat healthier.
It was a chilly day with breezy winds, but I am tracking a warm-up with more rain chances on the way. I'll have the full details coming up.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Emerson Lehman.
And I'm Esther Bauer. Thanks for joining us.
Well, it's a crime that can happen in seconds, but the outcome can cost you a lifetime of damages. A Muncie woman is picking up the pieces after her car was broken into.
NewsLink Indiana reporter Brittany Ehrman caught up with the victim and has more.
There's an open spot right here, so I just parked right in front of the main door.
Angela Likens works out at the YMCA downtown a few times a week, but she never experienced something like this.
So where they hit was right here on the window, right in the middle, and it just shattered the entire window.
She walked back from the Y around 3 in the afternoon on a Sunday, finding this. The entire back window busted. Her purse and work bag that was hidden under the seat, gone.
My heart kind of dropped, just kind of numb. I stared. They stole my cash that I had in my purse. They had used my credit card and had spent $1,000 in less than 30 minutes.
Not including the $300 bill to fix the window. But she turned a negative into a positive and sounded the alarm on Facebook to warn others to not make the same mistake.
When I did the post, it was to point out for everybody to be very observant and cautious. And so just looking at it now, it's been shared at least over 1,000 times.
Muncie Police Lieutenant Linda Cook says there are simple things people can do to protect their belongings in a car.
Make sure that you secure your car every night and don't leave valuables in there. Or if you do have valuables in your car, either hide them somewhere in your vehicle or lock them in your trunk.
But Likens says even still, she just wants to feel safe leaving her car in a parking lot.
It is disappointing that you have to worry in a small town that somebody's going to just shatter your window.
Muncie police say the suspect hasn't been caught yet, and Likens explained she's working with the YMCA to try and get security cameras in the parking lot.
A second guidance counselor at Roncalli High School in Indianapolis will lose her job over a same-sex marriage. Lynn Starkey was told by the school that her contract would not be renewed for next school year. The Archdiocese says Starkey is in breach of her contract for being in a civil union contrary to valid marriage in the eyes of the church. She married her spouse in 2015. Roncalli also placed Shelley Fitzgerald on administrative leave back in August for being in a same-sex marriage. And 3 men are suing the Catholic Diocese of Lafayette. The men say they were 12 and 13 when they were molested by Reverend James Greer in the 70s and 80s. Their suits say the diocese knew of Greer's actions, but despite this, they assigned him to Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church and Brebeuf Jesuit Preparatory School without warning the parents.
Purdue University is replacing all plastic straws with paper ones in their West Lafayette campus. Their dining department says they used 650,000 plastic straws last year. They are purchasing the new straws from Fort Wayne-based company Aardvark. The straws fully decompose in 45 to 60 days. A resolution was passed earlier this year telling West Lafayette businesses to limit their use of plastic products. And they're certainly great to see Purdue making a conscious effort to help with the environment. And speaking of the environment, outside today, a little chilly, but the sun was shining and the weather was pretty nice.
Yes, seeing the sun made my day a little brighter for sure. Now, Stephen, tell us that it's going to be sticking around.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It was a little bit of an interesting day today. Rain early in the morning, breezy winds throughout the day. Sun comes out, we're near 50 degrees. It was not too bad today at all. We're starting to cool off for the evening. As a matter of fact, 39 in Kokomo and Lafayette, 43 in the Circle City and in Bloomington. Right now on Ball State's campus, we are at 40 degrees. Winds are starting to back off a little bit out of the east-northeast around 6 miles per hour. It still feels like it's in the mid-30s. A little bit chilly out there right now, however. And radar is clear right now, but this will change over the next few days. I am tracking a warm-up, but with more rain chances on the way. Find out the details in just a few minutes.
All right, Stephen, thanks so much. Special Counsel Robert Mueller's exact findings in the Russia probe are not known at this point, but many believe that the report will not show any evidence of a conspiracy between Russia and the Trump administration. Kristen Holmes has the latest.
President Trump speaking out about the Robert Mueller report.
They lied to Congress. Many of them, you know who they are. They've done so many evil things. I will tell you, I love this country. I love this country as much as I can love anything, my family, my country, my God. But what they did, it was a false narrative. It was a terrible thing. We can never let this happen to another president again.
And after nearly 2 years attacking the special counsel investigation, changing his tune.
Yes, yes.
Now, Republicans say the report lifts the cloud of conspiracy hanging over the Trump administration.
The American system has prevailed.
While Democrats push for more answers.
We need to see the full report to really understand the evidence that was collected.
Attorney General Bill Barr sent a letter to Congress summarizing the findings, writing, "The special counsel's investigation did not find that the Trump campaign or anyone associated with it conspired or coordinated with Russia in its efforts to influence the 2016 U.S. presidential election." But the letter does not fully exonerate President Trump from obstructing justice. Democrats pouncing.
It's very important that Mueller did not exonerate the president on obstruction of justice. In fact, after 2 years of investigation, Mueller said he couldn't make a determination, and it's highly concerning.
The Trump administration is still analyzing the full extent of the report.
The relationship between Boeing and the FAA has come under scrutiny this week. This comes after the 2 plane crashes in Indonesia and Ethiopia. Congress has taken a greater role in the investigations into the relationship. The Senate will be looking into how the FAA oversees safety of commercial airplanes, with the acting FAA chief set to testify. Also, the Transportation General has questions regarding why the Boeing 737 MAX was approved. The House is planning to hold their own investigation as well. And March is National Nutrition Month. Tips on how to make your diet healthier coming up.
And Jamba Juice on campus is closed. The reason behind why coming up next.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone? No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana, and from counting calories to watching the amount of sodium, sugar, and carbs you're consuming, healthy eating can be a challenge.
You are telling me, Emerson. Well, March is National Nutrition Month, and Ball State's dining services are helping students all month long with ways to eat healthier. NewsLink Indiana's Tyler Bremen is live in the newsroom tonight with some tips in our latest Wellness Minute. Tyler?
Yeah, hey there, Emerson and Esther. Good evening. Nutrition, it's something that health experts say is essential to living a healthier life. Now, do you remember this right here? The food pyramid, it was a go-to graphic for Americans to get that health-related information. However, in 2011, it was ripped apart by the government, and they opted to instead to go with this right here, the My Plate, in hopes of simplifying healthy eating. And tonight, we have some simple tips for you.
As the end of March is on the horizon, so is the end of National Nutrition Month. Get this, nearly 40% of Americans are considered to be obese. Health experts say a major reason for that is not just because of the lack of exercise, but also because of bad nutrition. With it being National Nutrition Month, Ball State Dining Services has been holding events across campus. One of the 3 major tips that they have is to plan ahead.
One of the things that we have, it's one of our nutrition tools, and it's called Net Nutrition. You can go on, see all of our different menu items. You can look at the calories, you can look at anything, you can see what ingredients are in foods. So that's always something that's very beneficial to do before you come into the dining halls.
Another piece of advice, know the healthier options that are available.
Take advantage of our salad bars. We have the Neuer bowl. You can kind of mix and match things together, make it healthy. Of course, we have delis and salad bars, all of that. So lots of wonderful choices that you can kind of do and pick and choose from.
Finally, don't repeat meals too often.
Try to mix and match your meals just so you're getting a good variety of nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and everything like that. And so most importantly, you don't get burned out as well.
Now, we do want to let you know that there will be more events held this week. On Wednesday, Dining Services will be holding an event in the atrium from 11:30 to 1:30 with chefs from across campus. Then on Thursday, another event will be held in Woodworth called Fruit Frenzy. And that event there, free fruit samples will be handed out to those in attendance. So guys, a lot going on for National Nutrition Month. That's all we have for this Wellness Minute. We'll go and send it back to you guys there in the studio.
All right, Tyler, thank you. Stay with NewsLink Indiana for more Wellness Minutes to come. Ball State's Jamba Juice location is unexpectedly closed for the week. An email was sent out to students saying Jamba Juice would be closed today, but they later announced that they will be closed all week. Dining staff says a cooler may have overheated, setting off the sprinklers. As a result, food was damaged and there is water damage to the location. Students like Tyler Taylor are upset about the closing.
It really offers like the healthy like meal supplements and replacements like Jamba Juice does. Like I can drink a whole smoothie and get my meal, and it's just really upsetting to me. But I hope like there's nothing really wrong with Jamba Juice, and I hope like after the week everything will be okay. So.
NewsLink Indiana will continue to follow this story and bring you updates as they become available.
Gamma Rho Lambda is hard at work raising funds to relocate. They hosted their annual spaghetti fundraiser for Muncie Outreach's Big Move. Muncie Outreach has been using the Unitarian Universalist Church for years, but they've outgrown their first home.
Right now we are in the Unitarian Church, which is wonderful. They're very generous, but we're limited in space. We've kind of outgrown them. So we are moving to the YWCA in downtown Muncie, so we'll be on the bus line, and we'll have our own space 24/7.
Now, the fundraiser brought in $1,275, and Janie intends to use the money for renting their new space and future events for the kids. All right, Stevens, what do we have coming up in the weather?
Well, Esther, it will drop towards the upper 20s for the overnight hours. I'll have your full forecast right after the break.
For those who serve today and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end, the Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySineseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Well, Emerson, spring is officially here, and I'm so looking forward to some warmer weather in the future.
Absolutely. We've got the sunshine. Now we just need the warmer temperatures. Stephen, I think we got a warm-up coming up.
Yes, we do, guys. And today we had the sun come out, even though it was a little chilly with those breezy winds. We even saw some rain. Let's go ahead and rewind in time to the amount of rain we actually saw yesterday into tomorrow into this morning. And all these rain totals are from late last night into early this morning. Indianapolis, almost an inch of rain, almost 2/3 of an inch in Bloomington. We only got 2/100 of an inch here in Muncie. Skies have cleared out, no rain in sight across the entire viewing area. The system that saw these rain showers and cloud cover has pushed well off into western Virginia, so no rain in sight for tonight. Temperatures across campus have cooled off a little bit, 40 right now, clear skies, lighter east-northeast winds, still feels like 36 out there. Be sure to have that jacket if you're heading out for any late night study sessions, Currents across the state is still chilly as well across the state as well. 39 in Lafayette and in Kokomo, 43 in Indianapolis, 38 up in Fort Wayne. Tonight, it will be dry, clear, and a little chilly. 36 at 9, 33 at 11 o'clock, 30 by 1 a.m. Winds continue to decrease out of the northeast. Overnight lows in general look to drop to the mid-20s, 27 across several locations, including Muncie and Indianapolis. Your morning commute, I got the green light for you, ready to go. Just a little bit of a chilly morning, 27 throughout the morning commute with mainly clear skies. Have the kiddos have just a couple jackets for their bus stop wait at the corner of the street wherever they have their bus stop at in general. Now, they won't need those warm layers actually by tomorrow afternoon because we'll warm up quite nicely actually. 39 by noon, 49 by 5 o'clock. With that plentiful sunshine in play, it's going to be a beautiful Tuesday. Get out there and enjoy that really nice weather because rain chances do come back into play. Very low chance of rain for Thursday. I do believe we may see some sprinkles pass through, but the better chances for rain are on Friday and on Saturday, 80 and 70% chances. There's a chance for an isolated thunderstorm or two heading into Saturday morning. A front will stall out over the state as of right now, and it will bring some heavier rainfall potentially as well. Stay tuned for the latest updates on this system. Now, with temperatures in March in general, we have been running a little bit below average actually. Our high today, 50, average high is 55, but we are over 6 degrees cooler below average since March 1st. Even with those couple of those low 70-degree days in the middle of the month, we're still running below average in general. In the 7-day forecast, gradual warm-up, 57 on Wednesday with mainly clear skies, and then low 60s for Thursday and Friday, but those rain chances in play. We back off to the mid-40s by Sunday and then 48 on Monday with partly cloudy skies. So Emerson and Esther, we're going to have a rather interesting end to March before we head into April Fool's Day next Monday with some rain and warming of the temperatures, but not too bad, but definitely a little bit of rain to come possibly. So have the umbrella ready.
We've got some rain, but happy to see those temperatures in the 60s. That's a good omen, I think.
I just can't believe that you said the word April. March has flown by. This whole spring is just going so fast, and that means we're flying into sports. So we're looking forward to that.
All right, yeah, a lot of Ball State sports going on over the weekend, and some stellar performances. We'll have those stories when we come back.
Isn't this perfect?
It was my pleasure. May I?
Adam, I can't thank you enough for saving me from that sweepstakes scam. I could have lost everything.
It was a classic cat and mouse game. Remember, you never have to pay to play.
You're my hero.
Oh.
After all these years. What's the matter, Adam? Cat got your tongue?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Josh Shelton with sports. After posting a 25-10 record in non-conference play, the Ball State softball team returned to Muncie to begin MAC play against the Akron Zips. The Cardinals pitching staff entered Saturday's doubleheader ranked 58th in the nation with a 2.58 earned run average. Ben Ecker has our coverage of Saturday's competition from First Merchants Ballpark Complex.
After a victory on Friday afternoon, Ball State finished the weekend sweep of the Akron Zips by winning 2 games on Saturday afternoon. The offense wasted no time getting to work in the first game, putting up 11 runs in the first inning. 4 of those runs came off the bat of freshman Amaya Daniel, who connected for two RBI doubles in the first inning. Daniel said she was glad to get the scoring started and contribute for her team.
It felt really good. I was seeing the ball really well, and it's nice to do good for my team and just put more runs on the board.
Freshman Trinity Eckerty also took pitcher Adrian Smith deep in the first inning for her 3rd home run of the season. Strong pitching was provided by redshirt sophomore Darcy Huber and senior Aisha Miles en route to a 13-1 win for the Cardinals. Freshman Sarah Vanker continued to pitch strong in the second game on her way to her league-leading 12th win of the season. Coach Megan Bartlett had high praise for Vanker and the rest of her pitching staff.
The cool thing about our pitching staff is that they're just a really wonderful complement to one another. We have kids that go up, kids that go down, different levels of velocity, and when we kind of have the right combinations figured out and how to attack teams, they're pretty tough.
Junior Kennedy Wynn hit the lone home run in the game, and the Cardinals will go on to win 9-1 in 6 innings. The team will travel to Kent State and take on the Golden Flashes this Friday and Saturday, looking to improve to 6-0 in MAC play. In Muncie, Ben Acker, NewsLink Indiana.
And Coach Bartlett said Kent State will be their toughest competition, so we'll be following the action closely. And the Ball State Cardinals played against the 7th-ranked Lewis University Flyers this past weekend. The Flyers came into the match on an 11-game win streak and an unblemished MIVA record. The Cardinals hope to get back to their winning ways after their previous loss against the 10th-ranked Loyola University just nights before. The Cardinals fought tooth and nail against the Flyers and found themselves ahead in the 5th set. The Cardinals won their last home game of the season 15-10 with a match-clinching kill from Parker Swartz. Junior outside attacker Matt Shevs led the game with 21 kills, while sophomore setter Quinn Isaacson led the game with 55 assists. The Cardinals plan to keep their momentum tomorrow against Purdue Fort Wayne. And for the Ball State baseball team on the diamond, the Cardinals baseball team has stayed red hot, winning 6 straight games and bringing home some awards. Outfielder Aaron Simpson absolutely raked from the leadoff spot, recording at least 3 hits and 2 runs in each of his last 5 games. Simpson was named one of Collegiate Baseball News' National Players of the Week. And first baseman John Ricotta earned MAC Player of the Week honors after launching 2 home runs and driving in 11 runs. So Ball State sports are just red hot in general, yes. And baseball season is coming up as well.
That's right, Josh. Some exciting news for Ball State baseball and the MLB opening day right around the corner. Any predictions for this year?
Well, obviously I have to stick with the hometown Washington Nationals.
All right. I figured that was going to be the answer.
Bryce Harper's gone, but Nationals could be good, but there's a lot of good teams all around.
Those Milwaukee Brewers, I think, are going to be pretty
good. All right, Josh, well, great information as always. Thanks so much. And tonight, find out which music star is putting his career on hold to focus on himself.
And Oprah Winfrey is pairing with a popular tech company focusing on documentaries. The latest up next in Trending.
Hey,
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. It's time now to take a look at what's trending.
And joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Lily Cedardahl. So what do you have for us?
Yes, hello. As many of us may remember, Justin Bieber has been struggling with depression and was admitted into rehab by wife Hailey Baldwin earlier this month. Today, Bieber posted to Instagram announcing his plans to pause his career. Bieber sent a clear message among Instagram as to why he is taking a step back from his career, saying, quote, "I have been looking, seeking, trial and error, as most of us do. I am now very focused on repairing some of the deep-rooted issues that I have, as most of us have, so that I don't fall apart, so that I can sustain my marriage and be the father I always wanted to be." This is not the end for Bieber, as he has ideas for his next album. As one career is pausing, another one is growing. American executive Oprah Winfrey signed a multi-year content partnership with Apple back in June. Monday, Winfrey announced on stage at Apple's streaming event about the first two projects under her production deal. The projects feature a documentary addressing sexual assault in the workplace as well as mental illness. In part of this project, Winfrey additionally announced that she will be making plans for a new book club, including live-streamed conversations with readers hosted on Apple devices.
The platform allows me to do what I do in a whole new way, to take everything I've learned about connecting to people to the next level.
Well, I am definitely going to tune into that book club. I am a huge fan of Oprah, so those are some awesome stories.
Yes.
Anything with Oprah's name on it, you know, is going to be good.
Everything with Oprah is a hit for
Absolutely.
sure.
So we look forward to seeing that. Lily, thank you so much. Stephen, how about one final look at that weather?
Well, it would be awesome as Oprah Winfrey is with the spring-like weather coming into play. Hey, clearing skies for Tuesday and Wednesday. We get towards the low 60s for Thursday and Friday. That's when rain chances are best to return with a front that stalls out over the state. Heavy rain is possible along with an isolated thunderstorm on Saturday. Sunday and Monday, clearing skies as well. Dry highs in the mid to upper 40s as we roll into April by next Monday.
All right, well, we look forward to that April and spring-like weather. Stephen, thank you so much. And that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.